All right, what's up, y'all? I'm really considering, putting like what I feel needs to be done is like everything needs to be cleared out and just the key items put back in. Um, I'm really considering like putting my stuff in storage because it's just too much. I mean, it's just too much stuff. So, I am gonna get rid of a lot of things that many moons ago, I was a member of the International Association of Administrative Professionals, and one of the things that we're taught was the acronym RAFT, RAFT. So you read it, act on it, file it, or trash it. And so, um, yeah, I feel like I need to just clear everything out. So I think that what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have everything stored, like I said, in the plastic bags, and then just one by one go through stuff. Um, I'm in a crunch for time. This past week, like I said, I don't know what was going on. Part of it was the holidays. Part of it might have been, my womanly changes that I'm going through. But and then part of it is just being trained to be a certain type of way. Like I think in the U.S., if any of us have worked regular 9 to 5 office jobs, it's like we're kind of trained, and this is really weird, but we're kind of trained in a way that you work from 9 to 5. So that comes with anything that's productive. And what I realized, like before I got into the situation where, I'm not actively and productively working, when I first moved to Overtown a long time ago, my endeavor was I was going to come into the community. And for y'all, those of y'all that don't know, it's a black community off MLK Street as usual. It's the first black community in Miami, Florida. And it used to at one time, like many black communities before the infiltration of the CIA and drugs and all that, which is rumored. I don't know what's true and what's not these days, but and none of us do because the truth has changed around so much. Just like if you've ever read or listened to 1984, like they said, and that's what happens. It really does. In the book, it tells about how every so few decades or so, the truth has completely changed, and it's like whatever they told you was the truth before, it's no longer the truth at all. And it's true. You see it, and you see it if you live to be, 30 or 40 or plus. You see it, and that's the truth. They change information every so often. So, and it starts in the school system, but anyways, that community at one time was very affluent African American community. It was the first black community, and these days it's one of the poorest communities. When you walk through there, at least when I was there, and I don't imagine things have changed a lot, the black people were walking through like zombies because everybody was high on drugs. And then the people, I didn't know people really lived there, but the apartments and things were so run down and um, just not a great place. And I didn't know how bad it was until I had that situation with the system and I saw the other side of it. Because basically, I went to my apartment, I went to work, I took a jog, and I jogged all around Miami, and I was in good shape back then. And then that was it. I could speak on about the atrocities, but I don't want to make that into this kind of that type of video. But yeah. So my goal anyhow is to get everything put away in bags, bag everything up, and then like I said, that RAFT, read, act, file, trash, one by one, bring it out. The only main things I'm gonna have out are the pieces that are furniture. I have quite a few things. Like I said, majority are clothes, and so I'm gonna set a schedule for myself every day. But I was talking about overtime. The reason I brought that up, because I forgot and I just kind of try to blow past it, but I remember now, is because I was talking about how we're accustomed to doing, working 9 to 5 if you've ever worked an office job. And so that even bleeds into our personal life when we work on personal things. And one of the things that was ironic was there was a laundromat, not really a laundromat, it was like two washers, two dryers for the apartment complex. And majority of people that lived there didn't work, was on welfare. And they had the whole week to wash clothes, but they would wait till Saturday to wash. And it's only two washers and two dryers. So you could see the mentality of people. And obviously when you see things like that happen where everybody waits till Saturday, they've been trained a certain way. So at one time, they did work regular 9 to 5 jobs, and they're just accustomed to being that way. So we have to break the bonds of ourselves mentally in the norm and do things that are different that make sense. So and that's true for me too. So I'm learning. But if you always have your time on task, which I did not this past week, but if you always have your time on task, you can't help but succeed. Success just falls into your lap. And so that's one of the things that I'm working on is daily success. And if you, and I imagine most of y'all are not living in this type of environment, but if you are, because I know there's some of you guys out there, if you are living in this type of environment, meaning if you're renting a room, you're in a tiny space, and perhaps you have clutter and mess everywhere. If you're living in that type of environment, I encourage you to kind of take this journey with me, and share your process, your progress, and so, like for me, as y'all see, it's not always like that. I get everything good, and then it's just, So, and it's about being organized. It's about planning and sticking to the plan. And there's gonna be things that are thrown in, but you gotta be able to change it. So, again, every little step that you take means something. So work towards it, no matter how big the situation seems. And if you have to keep doing things over and over, and if you're noticing that you're doing it and then it happens again and you have to do it again, you got to find another method to change your perception or your thinking about it. Because if not, who wants to keep doing that? You know what I'm saying? I know I don't, because I told y'all in a couple videos ago, I'm just like, yo, I done did this 4 times this week. This is not working. So we need to do something different. What I'm doing differently in this situation, feng shui. And again, my apologies to anybody that knows the correct way to say it, because I don't know if that's the correct way to say it. So my apologies, but I need to change the energy in this room. I need to move things around because this is not working. I need to get rid of something because maybe it worked at one time, but at this point in my life, it's not working. It's not working. So we have to be able to adapt to that. It's not working for me. Basically, how Beyonce said, to the left, everything you own in a box to the left. Well, for me, um, everything, I use this to block the air and stuff from coming out the bottom of the door. But for me, it's everything I own in a bag in the closet. So that's what it is. So that's what I'm gonna do. Everything, that's where it's going. Um, I need to set a schedule for myself. I have beautiful poster boards that I got, and I need to update these to reflect, my current goals. These goals are a little bit different that I have there than I need it now. So I need to change that up. That needs to change every day. You need to have change in your life every day. If the things are going the same way every day, something's not right. Even if everything's good, if it's going the same way every day, something's not right. And I'm saying that because that means that you're not progressing. You should always be progressing. So that's what I have to say about that. And I'm just, I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all probably can feel it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. I do. I'm just like, it's a bit much. So, um, like I said, my plan was to put everything in a bag in the closet. I need to get all of the furniture areas cleared up because that's the important part. Because again, like I said, I need my workspace. Um, so I guess maybe that's where I'll start. Start with the furniture items, and that's what it is. And when I say furniture, it's not what you're thinking as far as furniture. I'm talking just like stuff, surface areas where I put stuff on top of. And we need to make sure, however, practice makes perfect is what I grew up on. I know things have changed now where they would want to label it as something else, but practice does make perfect. So I'm going to work on getting that together. And like I said, I need a schedule where every day, like I said, I shouldn't be past 7 o'clock. By past 7 o'clock, I should not be laying around. I should be up, at least preparing to shower, and I should be showered and fresh and gone. And if it's not physically gone, meaning setting forth on my plans for the day by then. So I'm very disappointed in myself, so disappointed. But we're gonna make this happen somehow. Um, just don't even know where to start. And I'm hot, so I'm gonna have to update this somewhere else. Yeah.